Good morning. I am your host Salim bin Muhammad Rafi, and this is my YouTube channel Zamir Universal. My topic today is the judiciary, and judiciary I'm splitting as we have our system here: the higher judiciary, which is Supreme Court, then the high courts, and then the district magistrates, and then the civil judges. Now I am pained to see that the top judges after partition were all non-Muslim. Justice Cornelius, Justice Kakus, Justice Bhagwan Das. These are the names which every jurisprudence teacher or a student will remember and talks about it with pride. Give me one name, a Muslim name, since the partition, that you can talk and say that he has been a selfless, a God-fearing, a just person. Excuses, and excuses. Look at the perks the judiciary gets it. Look at the lifelong, no electricity bill, no gas bill, no travel expenses. Look at their pension after paying pension of the judges. There is not a single penny left to pay the pensions of the civil servants. How is this God's creation, who does not do justice, who does not do their own work, and they can have so much salary? No, this is not a new story that I make this hue and cry. This vlog is towards the Ata Umar Bandial Saab, who is at this moment the Chief Justice. And as I know him little personally, that he is a God-fearing man. He is son of a very illustrious Fateh Bandial. I am amazed and shocked that he is now pussyfooting. He is now just passing time. His retirement is in September, in 4 months' time, and he is not bold enough. He does not fear God enough to listen to the cries of a widow, listen to the cries of a journalist killed in cold-blooded murder in Kenya or imprisoned. He does not hear even the cries of 40,000 people, which includes many children, many women, many like the age of his daughter, wife, his sisters and his relatives, and helps them. Where else should they go and ask for it? Why can't he summon all those authorities? Is he afraid of ISI? Is he afraid of army? Then hats off to the Chief Justice, who refused to give extension to Qamar Jameed Bajwa, and he told him that there is no law, no matter what you do. I give you only 3 to 6 months. Either leave, you've been retired, you stand retired, or have the law changed. And that man went out begging, touching the feet of Nawaz Sharif. The criminals, the people, money launderers, the people who have destroyed this country, people who've been by the international body declared as a mafia, a Sicilian mafia, punished by the highest court of the country as a liar, as a person who has been, as a prime minister, getting salary because he owned 6 or 7 or 8 offshore companies. Now when a person like that, he will go and touch his feet to get few votes so that the National Assembly or the upper house can pass a new law in hurry, in rush, bypassing everything, so that the Chief Justice, when his case appears before him or his period of 3 to 6 months expires, he can get the 3 years extension. What a disgrace. What a drama. What, I think, a history. We talk about Hitler, we talk about Halaku Khan, we talk about Namrud. Past is past. Look at what we can be proud of. And I have listened to many speeches, I think, made in the Parliament of Pakistan by the Defence Minister, by their chosen people from Sialkot, by the Speaker of National Assembly talking and describing their state and their condition. How on earth can they ever fight an enemy? Killing few people on the top of the mountains and saying that we have got rid of now all the people who just are terrorists is just, I think, a dream. To whole population is a nightmare, because for hours and hours of saga inside the Peshawar school, where over 120 students were gunned down, not a single soldier, not a single commando entered to give his life and protect them so that could kill the terrorists. That is the bravery we are here to live with. Where is the Chief Justice? Why can't he dig those graves? Why can't he punish those people when even in their abstention? Why does not he start and is answerable to the Creator, God Almighty? 4 months are enough. Why can't in 4 months he support what is right? He quotes the Holy Quran that stand on the side of the right, and if he thinks that whoever in the party, doesn't matter whether it is Imran Khan, whether it is PTI or there is another party, which I don't know, I'm not a politician, why can't he support? Where will it start? When we have people who pussyfoot and who shy away from providing justice, where will the population go? On the day of judgment, everybody's hand will be catching and strangulating their collar and saying, you did not provide me the justice. You were given the highest position, highest place, highest authority, highest power to give me the relief, but you didn't. You dressed up in the morning, had your breakfast just like normal, went to the best office, had your people surround you, you had your own word, but the cries of the person who was affected, whether it was a woman whose 13-year-old son was made to cry, whether it was a woman, a professor, an intellectual whose daughter was threatened to be stripped if she did not sign an affidavit to abandon a particular political party. What kind of a justice is that? Your own orders, it's like licking back the spit that you cannot have it done. Then better design. Kick that bloody chair and that table and don't ever go into that office. Don't use even that designation. Just throw away all the perks and lead the life of a normal, of a just, of a true Muslim, and so that set up an example that if somebody appoints you the Chief Justice, then you are a Chief Justice, whether you are in the dining room, in your bedroom, or in a city, or wherever you have been given the powers of a judge. If one Chief Justice gives suo motu in case of a samosa seller and made a mockery, he was a friend of mine, and friend, I am ashamed to call him friend now, because he was the worst Chief Justice Pakistan could ever have, and he was the longest Chief Justice, and I think the judiciary, whatever little was good left in it, and that was destroyed. The only name which comes in my mind is of Justice Khosa. At least he had the guts to stand against the Chief of Army Staff, summon him and say, no, I can't give you the extension. Go back, you are retired, so that the next whose merit is there can benefit, and you are not indispensable. But after that, even I had some admiration for Ijaz Nisar, because he is the only one who punished the Sicilian mafia head. But his lead, all the information provided to him was from the international or Panama papers, and it was not him. But still, I think he has the courage. He was brave enough to punish that man who have murdered, who have cruelly, criminally sent taxi case full of dollars through a bearded man who called himself a bearded man, a big man. I had also had the honor to know him and his friend Khalilur Rahman and this authority. Only I think he sold his soul for the sake to become a president of country. What country? A country where there is no justice, a country which is run by deep state actors from remote, a country which has its remote control in Pentagon. What kind of pride, what kind of Islam, what kind of the nuclear bomb you carry with you? You've got nothing. You're nothing. When there is a divide amongst the public for which you are the judge, or public of which gives you the money for your uniform, for your stick you carry in your hand, for your cap, then have mercy, be grateful. It is their taxes, it is their money, it is their land, and instead of you being servant of those people, you not only rule them, you torture them, you put them in jails. That jail again is C-class jail, where there is a capacity of 30, you put 300 people back to back, chest to chest, in the May, with no civic amenities, no toilets, no water, no fans, no beds. You can't put even sheep or dogs or animals like that, but you did that to break them. And all your accomplices, from the scum of the society you collected and gave, handed over the country to them. And you did it. My dear Lord, you did it. In the middle of the night, you left your bed and went there, and you legitimized there and said, no, I am going to turn down the decision of the Deputy Speaker, or just go away and let's go through this regime change and the vote of non-confidence. Now you undo that. It's easy to put knots, but it's difficult to take and open those knots. You did it with your hands, now you do it with your teeth. With these words, that whoever is listening will listen to this, and I'm doing this thing only from miles and miles away. I can speak with freedom. I can talk with freedom. I am breathe with freedom. I don't have to sign any affidavit. I am not a politician. I have no sympathy for any of the politicians, irrespective whether it is PTI, Imran Khan, Nawaz League, as I said, R League, Z League, Q League, whatever, or People Party, or BAP, or the Hikaki, MQM, or various other parties, TLPs. Nothing. I think they are all in the same basket. And I am amazed that the Chief Justice still breathes, still does his prayers, still has his breakfast. And what good is his prayers? What good is his tahajjud? What good is his recitation when his deeds do not follow his actions? With this, I beg your leave, and I hope God that you people will change. Stop this persecuting your own people. You cannot win. There won't be any winners and there won't be any loser, my lord, sir. We will be all losers. You will be a loser. General Saab will be a loser. I think all deep state actors will be losers. Even all political parties will be losers. TDM, Maulvi, the religious trader, all of us will be losers. And then suddenly we will realize, we will wake up with somebody from across the border who is now controlling our destiny. And then we realize that what the freedom is all about. With this, I take a leave.
यूनिवर्सल टेलीविजन को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, उसके बाद बेल बटन पे क्लिक करें और अपने कमेंट्स के सेक्शन में अपने कीमती जो ख्यालात का इजहार ज़रूर